Okay, yeah. So first of all, I feel like I wore this shirt last week, but I don't be paying attention to what the fuck I put on. I just put my clothes on, and I got a washing machine. So, boom. That's number one. Number two, last week I did not put my motherfucking intro on the video because I forget, y'all. I'm moving too fast. But the intro is now in my garage band, and so it should be on this episode. Fingers crossed that I don't fuck up and forget. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This week I am going through what the screenwriters would call character development. And so this week is a character development rant. Like I am just about to be talking about a bunch of shit and I'm gonna cut myself off at 20 minutes. So it might not make a lot of sense. Some of these things that we might start talking about in these 20 minutes might not have no resolve. I just gotta spitball the shit that has been going on in my life and the shit that has been going through my mind. I just got to get it all off my chest. Because that's really where I'm at in life. Like, I don't even know if I got no, like, lessons or shit for y'all other than, like, what I'm experiencing right now is teaching me to just embrace the ride. Like, be here, be present. Every time you won't have a resolve. Every time you won't know what to say. You won't know how to handle the situation all the time. But, like, you gonna be all right. It's kind of like if I'm gonna give you something this week, I'm giving it to you right here at the beginning, and it's we gonna be all right. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that's all I get, because that's all I've been trying to tell myself for this last little week. Really, I've been trying to tell myself this for the last couple of years of my life, because it's just been a lot of shit going on. I'm sorry, I had to make sure my vape was working because it was acting stupid. Anyways, there's been a lot of shit going on in my life in the last year, and I feel like I've been doing a lot of living. And a lot of the time that I've had in my life recently to like sit down has made me do some like thinking. And now I'm at the place where it's like I'm feeling. And I'm feeling the weight of all the shit that I've survived, all the shit that I've overcome. And so I'm filled with a lot of fucking emotions. And when I'm filled with a lot of emotions, I'm filled with a lot of thoughts. And usually I just get those thoughts out and I write them in my journal. But you guys are essentially my journal. So that's what we gonna do. Okay? That's what we gonna do. Everything around the house is pretty cool. The teen is on fall break, but he's with his grandma. I won't say I feel indifferent about that because I'm not a person who feels that it makes sense to say and do shit that don't make sense. And it truly don't make sense to me that I feel so strongly about how often his teenage son is at his mother's house when I'm not the person that's stepping up trying to spend time with a child, right? Like, do I think that he should be here more? I don't even say yeah, because I'm working, I'm trying to carve out time by myself. No. And do I probably inappropriately think, and I say inappropriate because not that it's not my business, because this is my partner, but I just don't feel it's appropriate to step on people's toes when it comes to their children. Do I believe that my partner can spend more time with his oldest? Yes. Do I feel it's my place to say it again after I've already said it? No. And I think it's just because, like, as a man, he's trying to figure out how to be there for a child when he has lived a life where he's kind of moved his own way without having that man there. And he's here, he's teaching them things. He goes over his mother's house. He's doing things with his son. And I think that's the reason why I don't have as strong a feeling as I think that I have, but I do feel something about it. And since this is my week of feeling, I'm just putting that out there that, like, sometimes when it's about to be a weekend or it's not any school and I see, my stepson gearing up to go to his grandma's house, I ask myself, like, is this what everybody wants? Like, does he want to spend all this time with his grandma? Do his grandma want to be bothered with a teenager all this time? But I also realized that, like, a lot of it is for the help of his grandparents because like I said, his grandfather his father, which is the son's grandfather, is 89. Like, they need the extra hands, and I have to remind myself that it's not just, him dumping this kid on his mom. Like, if that's the case, he got a very vocal mom, and she would have already said something. So that's just kind of small, digress, move on. Another thing concerning the house that is, like, on my mind for this, like, Spitfire week of just, like, thoughts is, like, my heart goes out to my partner because I feel like he very unrealistically believed that right after he got his license, places was just gonna be like falling over themselves to hire him, which they are, but it's mostly places that are doing overroad. And he realized like he can't leave the house or even me or the kids by ourselves over days, because that's just not feasible. Like his son already has lost a parent. Having another parent gone, even if it's just for a couple of days, is very unreasonable, especially in this time. And so I could see him kind of getting discouraged. We're trying to like find a job that will fit his schedule. It kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week of how like dads just don't think about stuff like this. Like a man usually could get whatever job he wants to get because he doesn't have to think about the well-being of his child as well. And being that he needs to think about that, and just watching him kind of do what so many mothers do, it makes me feel for him because I can see his sadness going on, but it makes me feel good that like he's experiencing that, because I feel like more men need to experience that so we can try to change this culture of like it being okay for a man to just live his life after he's created life, and it's not okay for a woman. A woman has to factor everything in, and that's what he's doing right now. And so I'm grateful for that experience, almost kind of like it, not even in a malicious way, but kind of in a like you see what women be having to go through, type of way. So that way men can understand. But that's really all that's going on in the house is getting adjusted. We're almost to the year mark of this journey starting. I'm gonna do something on my own to commemorate, and then I'm gonna be a part of privately off camera whatever it is that they do, but on camera I will do something to commemorate, but it'll be more between me and you guys as my audience. Y'all, okay, so now that I'm done with the in the house, let's get back to me. This week has been just like character development for me, to the point that like I recognize and realize now why, like, if you look at a villain and you trace their backstory, the beginning of their backstory was like them being a really sweet, kind person. I understand it. I understand the plight. I understand having such a high value of the world, looking at the world through like these rose-colored lenses because you think everybody in the world is going to be so great and so good, and then realizing how shitty the world is, and like realizing like you might not need to be shitty and be malicious like out there attacking people, but you absolutely have to be shitty enough to like be shitty too in this shitty world. And that's where I'm at. Like I have lived a life, a privileged life of not really having to go through a lot because I have an amazing family, my family. And it's funny because I usually have never said this because I have never felt this, but when I think about my experience in my life, I'm going to say that my family is a wealthy family. I come from a wealthy family, even though we've always lived in what I would consider to be like humble quarters, right? Like we always lived in the inner city of Chicago. My mother still lives in the Roseland community in Chicago right now. But I've never not had things. Like as a kid, I've always had a bike growing up. We built a go-kart with the man that lived on the block. I've always had love around me. I've always had a reason to be happy around me. Now, there have been some reasons to be sad. I won't make it seem like my life is just so, rainbows and sunshine. But there are more reasons to be happy in my life than there are to be sad. And what's been going on in my life recently is I realized that there are a lot of people in this world who don't have that. And because they don't have that, people are attacking me, both spiritually and just like in words and action, because of how my life is. And it makes me sometimes when I'm texting certain people be like, oh, let me find something wrong with my life. Let me tell them I'm having a migraine. Let me tell them I'm having a headache or something. Because every time I talk to a lot of people, it's something wrong with their life. And even when there are wrong things going on in my life, I just feel like I'm a person who will magnify the good before I magnify the bad. And I find myself constantly around people who like tend to magnify the bad. And I'm getting to this point in my life where it's like, I just don't want to be bothered with that shit no more. Like, I had a young lady reach out to me via TikTok who I hadn't talked to in almost a year or so, maybe even more than that, because I was on a dating app. looking for a young lady to date while also dating my partner because I'm polyamorous. And I met this young lady. First of all, I like to date feminine presenting women. She was masculine presenting and she wanted monogamy, which I don't understand how she matched with me because I had my account set for feminine presenting women and polyamory. But we ended up matching with each other. And when we talked, we realized we both didn't want the same thing. We just went our own separate ways. That's what I felt. She hit me up on Friday on TikTok. And she was just kind of like, how you doing? What's been going on? Like, we should we should try to reconnect or whatever, basically. And I'm like, cool, I don't care. We can reconnect. By Saturday morning, she sends me a long-ass text message. It's basically like, never mind. We don't need to reconnect. And her reasoning for not wanting to reconnect was because it's off-putting to her how much I brag about my life. And sometimes I don't recognize that me just talking about what I'm doing, because I do a lot of things that end in success, is bragging. Like, when I tell people that I'm crocheting or making an order for my business, I'm literally just telling you what I'm doing, no different than you telling me you walking down the street or going to do a workout or whatever. But I realize that a lot of the things that I do throughout the day is very productive. And a lot of people don't want to hear that shit because it makes them look at themselves and be like, damn, I could be doing more. And as a result of them and their insecurity and feeling like they could be doing more, they are really fucking mean to me. Like this young lady who woke up in the morning and decided to tell me that I brag too much. Or the young man who I recently just blocked yesterday because he ordered something from me when my business first started. My business was going through issues. I was still trying to figure out the ropes. We had a mishap with one of his orders. His order I didn't get a chance to finish. I finished his order. I didn't get a chance to get it to him. I tried to get it to him, and then when some time had went by and basically the winter had passed, but I was telling him, like, let me still give you your order. We got another winter's coming up. He was kind of giving me a lot of attitude, like, well, it's been a year now. I don't even know if I want it no more. But I guess people in this world are so strange to me. I was raised in a family, and I really not so much raised in a family, because that's not even true. I'm gonna be real. The family I raised in is not a family where you say what you mean what you say. Because my mom will look you right in your face and tell you she's not mad and she be having an attitude with you. But I was raised in a family where we didn't joke about being mad. Like, we'll lie about being okay and really be mad. But I don't understand how people don't have no problem with me but joke about being mad. My partner does it. It's a lot of people in the world that's friends with me do it. I just don't understand it. Like, I don't play about being mad. I don't even want to be mad when I'm actually mad. So I'm not gonna want to be play mad. When people do that, like, never mind, I don't want the shit now, it's to me. I be like, okay. But I realize that people, they really want you to be like, no, I'm finna do it. So I feel like the reason why every time it's like every 3 to 6 months, this young man show up in my inbox and be like, I still ain't got my order. I feel like he just want me to show up one day with a bunch of hats and scarves and be like, here, I'm so sorry. But I'm not that kind of person. If I feel like you're not going to appreciate my art, I'm not going to make you nothing. If I'm being real, I took his scarf down. After he was like, it's about to be a year, I don't think I want it no more. I took it down and made something else out of it. And I decided that he's not going to be one of my customers. Period. When I decided that he wasn't going to be one of my customers, I moved on with my life. But he kept on doubling back to it. Every time he doubled back to it, I kept asking myself, like, why are you entertaining this conversation when you know you don't want this person as your client? So in the conversation that we just had yesterday, he was basically telling me again that he's disappointed in the fact that he still hadn't got his order, and I've been making all of this stuff. I haven't even made a sock for him. He just want to support my business. This is how I know it's a spiritual attack connected to what's occurring in this situation. He say, don't forget who tried to drink water with you before you had the juice. I don't even feel like I got the juice. But that means if people are seeing something on my spirit that maybe I don't see because I'm in the grind and I'm working, but y'all see me on the way up. And because y'all see me on my way up, y'all on my tail. I got it. But let me tell you something, bitch. You're not about to bring me down just because you're jealous of the fact that I'm on my way up, because I'm on my way up because of my work. And you don't even want the situation, like, y'all, he don't even want the situation to be fixed. Because even with yesterday, I was like, okay, well, how about this? You don't pay nothing. You just tell me what you want now, because you might want something different. And I will make it and I will comp it. No, I don't even want you to make nothing for me. I don't even want to get my hopes up. I don't even want to. So if you don't want to get your hopes up, but you still love my work and you still hope that everything great happens for me and you still hope nothing but positivity for me, what is your resolve? Why the fuck do you keep showing up telling me how horrible I am? I'm not telling you you're horrible. All you tell me is that I still haven't done what you asked me to do. And I'm trying to do it. And you give me attitude when I try to do it. So at this point, if you don't want it done, you just want to bitch your mom. That's the weirdest shit ever. Like, you don't want to fix the situation. You don't want me to fix the situation. You don't want to be peaceful. You just want to bitch your mom. And maybe you want to bitch your mom until I fix the situation, but I'm not that kind of person. So then he starts to say all of these positive things about my business. But as he's saying it, the image that's in my head is somebody smiling with fire in their eyes. My spirit is telling me this person is wishing evil out on me. I hope nothing but positivity and joy come from your business. I hope all your other customers have a better experience than I ever did. God bless you and your business. Just all of this, like, bless your heart ass, Southern fucking hypocrisy. So what I said before I blocked him was everything you said to me for you too, babe. Amen. Because every fucking negative thing you wish on me, you miserable bitch, I hope you get too. But I blocked him after that, and I blocked a girl after I bragged too much comment. But I'm just realizing in this season, y'all, that, like, first of all, I've spent so much time dimming my light to be around people who I feel needed like the most that I didn't realize that I was doing the most contradictory thing ever. I get around dark ass people and dim my light, get them thinking I'm dark, and now I'm attracting more dark people, and the dark people are keeping me beneath where I need to be. I need to start shining. I need to stop fucking dimming my fucking self. And if that makes me a villain in somebody's story, if that makes me a bad business owner in somebody's story, fuck that. I don't care no more. I have to stop minimizing myself so people can digest me. I hope they choke. I hope they fucking choke. That's where I am in my life. I'm amazing, y'all. I know I'm amazing. I'm talented. I'm charismatic. I'm artistic. I'm fucking beautiful. Those are all the makings of a superstar. Literally, every show that I watch, all the things that I watch are about superstar building, and everything that everybody's looking for, I sit here with it. And the only reason that I'm not flexing my muscle is because every time I start to flex, somebody make a comment about, oh, must be nice, and I dim my light. I pull myself back. I'm sorry. You're right. No, it's not nice. Let's all be sad. Fuck y'all. No, I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I'm happy. I'm privileged. I'm blessed. I have a mother who loves me. I'm in a loving relationship. No, it's not a perfect relationship. Yes, we going through some bullshit right now. We gonna make it through that shit. Okay? I got a pretty decent job. I got an awesome ass career. I own a fucking business with my mother. And I rarely even have to go to the actual stores to get my motherfucking merch because my mother has so much of the thing that I need to successfully conduct my business that we could give away. We could give away the next year worth of shit and still have enough yarn to start back buying shit. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I am a rich woman from a rich family, and I have been blessed, and I have been privileged, and I have nothing but abundance on me, and I keep on pushing my shit back and pushing my shit back and swallowing my shit down to make a bitch or a nigga that comfortable that ain't gonna never be comfortable because they ain't comfortable with their motherfucking self. Bitch, it ain't got shit to do with what I do and I don't have. I'll be up in this motherfucking house with nothing and still be looking good, feeling good, smelling good. We used to have no motherfucking lights in my mama's house. Everybody used to walk out of that house looking good, smelling good, feeling good. That's what my mama taught me. My mother taught me resilience. It's almost 20 minutes. I'm finna wrap this up. My mother taught me resilience. I thank you, Mom. I thank you, Mama Rose. Everything that you have taught me. Ooh, don't you cry. Everything that you have taught me has brought me to this place where I am this beautiful, amazing, vibrant woman. And I keep letting these soul-sucking ass miserable people make me feel bad for being beautiful on the inside. And I won't do it. I won't do it. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad about being happy. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad about having a good life. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad about the fact that my mama loved me. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad that I found the man that I want to be with through the hard times and the good times or whatever. I'm going to still be with him. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad because my siblings love me. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad because I attract positive friends. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad because I got people that's 20 plus, 10 plus in my life. Y'all don't get to make me feel bad because y'all don't understand how much work going to be the type of person that I am. Period. And so, yes, I brag a lot because I'm blessed a lot. And whatever. Bitch, you would never get a scarf, a hat, a sock from me, ho. If I got to be the reason that any of you miserable motherfuckers make it through a cold winter, I promise you, bitch, you will freeze. Because that's what I mean when I say I understand how people become villains. You got to become a villain to stand up to a villain because them bitches think that it's sweet. And it's not. I am just scratching the surface of my creative ability, and I'm absolutely just scratching the surface of my star capabilities, and all you bitches are about to choke and eat it. And that's where I am. I love y'all. I love the fuck out of y'all. Like, any person that take their time out to give a fuck about me and my life, I love you. You're amazing. And I'll see y'all bitches next week.